Damn, I miss you, Chester. Sending love from a bass compressor. Ground control with a soul like Bowie, and I'll chop you up if I'm under pressure. I don't really want to brag. I'm just telling that I'm leaving with a from the outlaw that'll never get tamed. From the pirate band. Sign this deal with a lobster hand. Freestyle like a bowling pin. Flex these bars on a dolphin fin. Life's too short, but I can't.
Well, Brock, the fans were out and shouting J-E-T-S Jets well before the gates opened here. And now they fill the stands of MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Coming up, a contest that looks real good on paper between the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Jets. Teams who've underwhelmed thus far squaring off as we're underway in week 5. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. Now running for the first time with Jaylen Warren. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The game gets this down inside the 35. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And that's good for a Jets first down.
I can assure you of one thing. That carry just brought some extra work in the opening quarter. You couldn't script that run any better.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35.
60 Eagles. Buffalo 18. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Throwing now on first down. Penix. He's got his man. That's Alec Pierce. And he will take this across. Touchdown, New York. The Jets take a 6-0 lead right away. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome the quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to defensively.
Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Jets will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. To the line come the Cowboys. Good starting spot here, 1st and 10. Mahomes starting off with a throw. He's got Bellinger. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Jets will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Already in an early hole on the scoreboard. That is not what they needed in response, Brock. Giving away possession with the pick.
You know, we got a lot of game left, obviously. Nowhere close to them putting it away. But you can see things starting to unravel a little bit, even after just 2 possessions. A touchdown here could really continue that momentum towards an early runaway.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Buffalo leading. 18, Pioneer. Panther 11, Panther 11. Check go.
Penix here from the gun. Well secured by Jaden Higgins. And he's taken down at the 30. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it's good for a New York first down. No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
Play action. Here's Penix. Headed out right. This one will be intercepted. Jermaine Pratt picks it. And the Cowboys are going to have it after his second interception of the season.
Their first pick of the game comes at an awfully big moment. Really, it just cancels out all the great work your defense did to give you that ball.
Yellow. 40.
First down throw, Mahomes. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Dallas first down. It's like you always say, right back to work for him. Getting the drive moving like that turnover never happened.
And they weren't going to shy away from letting him do his thing throwing the football. Mistakes happen in this league and in this game. And you never want to punish a quarterback for making a mistake. You want to see him continue to produce.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Xavier Legette the target on that throw. And it sets up second down. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there'll be more interceptions.
Completed to his running back. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So they're left facing a fourth down.
Kate, you know I talk to you all the time about these money downs and third downs and the plan you got to have. It's kind of like a manufacturing plant. You've got to manufacture open looks, and that time, the plant was closed.
Mahomes to throw for it. He's got it. That's going to be a first and more. And their next snap is going to come from the red zone, Brock. He's down to that 17-yard line. What a time to rip off that type of gain, huh? Gets him a first on fourth down.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Here's Breece Hall on the ground for the first time. Some good running here as he gets him 7 on that first down carry.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you'll really break the backs of the defense.
And he's going to have him a first and goal from the 4 as he goes out.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Fighting for the goal line. Oh, he lost it. Someone punched it out. And the Jets recover it.
I'll tell you what, you throw in such a compacted area down here tight in the red zone, these receivers, tight ends, don't always have a chance to get a great grip on the ball before that defender arrives. And that defender arrived with some bad intentions. He closed quick and made a play of the game, knocking it free, forcing the turnover.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10. They'll start on the ground here with Warren. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
You know, that kind of gain may not take a safety out of the picture on the next play, but at least you won't have half your guys standing in the end zone on that next snap. That was a valuable little run right there.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6.
19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
From the shotgun, Penix. Throw is there for Oronde Gadsden. And he'll be brought down just as he gets it up to the 24. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
Come on. Let go. Brocco 80.
And we will not get another play. That's going to do it for the first quarter. 7-0 is our score. More from MetLife coming right up. Time for the second quarter of play. It's Jets football. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tyler Newman. And the Cowboys are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
Yellow.
Off the play fake. It's Mahomes. Fits it through the middle. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they can be a difference maker, they'll look for him.
He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The New York offense ready to get going here. It's 1st and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Finds his back, Jaylen Warren. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
On 2nd down, Warren. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel it in. A gain of 11 yards, but Brock, that's all they needed. 1st down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
Firing quickly is Penix, complete. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield.
It's a gain of 11. That's another Jets 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On 1st down, here's Penix. Completed over the middle. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
At the 42-yard line.
Here we go.
On 1st down, Warren still has some space inside the 35. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that's good for a Jets 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
60 Bison. 60 Bison. Warriors 70. Trap 60. Trap 60. Buffalo 18.
Penix working from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
Now first run of the game, Zamir White. And that plunge is going to garner a couple of yards. And Oliver there to make the stop.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Penix on third down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. We've got a good one so far. We are all tied up, and we have hit our 2-minute warning. Stick around. More from MetLife Stadium on the other side. Jake Elliott on now to attempt this field goal. A 49-yarder in front of him here. Elliott connects there. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lot. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Outright, Leggett makes the ground. And he's going to be hauled down on a gain across midfield, down inside the 45-yard line. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy territory. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Picked off by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10.
At their own 41-yard line.
Throwing from the gun here. That's caught. Here's Zamir White. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once. I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
79. Let's go. Buffalo 18. 19 Lions. Let's go.
To the air with Penix. This is going to be incomplete again. Defender knocks this one away. That brings up 3rd down.
Kate, it just kind of feels like they've met their match with this defense. So many plays, well, they just not ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get into rhythm is going to find a way to win this game.
Cup 19. Cup 19. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
They need some extra time to think over 3rd and long. We've got a timeout. And they'll take this opportunity to discuss what's next over on their sideline.
Okay, ready?
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down.
Riggs. 70 Lions. 18 Pioneer.
3rd and long for him here. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Tyreek Stevenson has it.
You know what? With yet another interception, you know what it might be time to do, Kate? Just run it. Run it.
32-yard line.
First and 10 from the 32. They'll empty the backfield, motion him right. Mahomes on 1st and 10. That's caught. It's Breece Hall. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
This one taken in by Kraft. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. The Cowboys signaling for their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
He's still going at the 30. And this play's nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it. Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. Another throw for Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Now Dallas is going to call its second timeout. Blood in the water defensively after that sack. This offense facing 2nd and 23. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He fires one deep down the left sideline. That's sent to the ground by a defender and incomplete. Would have been one for the highlight reel, but instead, they're facing 3rd down. Play action, Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. All right, now a timeout is called. 9 seconds to go in this half. So they send him out for a field goal, and they don't get much longer than this. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. And it doesn't have the leg. They called on him from deep, but he just can't get it there. And they are unable to tie up this contest.
Hey, listen, I know kickers are arguably better today than they've ever been in the history of football. But anything from 60-plus is still awfully ambitious. And that time, it didn't pan out.
Let's go now.
Throwing now on 1st down. Penix. Taken in by Pierce. And they get this down to the 28. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break.
A 45-yard attempt.
Elliott connects there. And that'll double their lead to 6. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. To the line come the Cowboys. Good starting spot here. 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Mahomes. He rolls to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
Kate, I got to believe he hearkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
It is caught left side. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
1st and 10, it's Pollard. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. because what can happen from that, Kate, is he puts some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road for what looked like a very plain play.
Buying some time left. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, third down coming up.
I'm not going to be surprised at all, Kate, if we see more of this. Just trying to find some answer, extend plays, be creative, try different things, because nothing really consistently has gone well for him today.
And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be fourth down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and of course, it's the throwaway.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that cuts the lead in half, down to 3.
You know, Kate, there was a time when you and I were growing up watching football where a 50-yard kick was impressive. But these kickers of today, they just keep pushing that boundary and showing off incredible leg strength.
Deontay Hardy to return. He loses it on the heads. And the fumble recovery is made. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. Before he can really break that return, they're on him to force the fumble and take away possession.
When you get that fumble inside the 20, it means one thing, Kate. Those guys were running with hair on fire. In fact, if you watch a lot of these special teams and kickoff units, you will see them running down the field on touchbacks. It's almost like they're sprinting to the finish line. They sprinted, and they took the ball away to boot. You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, a better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there,
defense is too much here. The Jets drag him down. And it'll be third down coming up after this defense's third sack of the game.
Loss of 12 yards. It's third down.
Here he goes, third and long. They set up the screen here for Hall. And somebody finally able to force him out there. So even with that quality gain, it will still wind up being fourth down. Now Brandon Aubrey will try to knock it through for the Cowboys. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Aubrey puts it through. And that will tie things up in the third.
you always feel like you leave a few points on the field when you kick it from here. But they don't wind up empty-handed on the drive. And the kicker, if he gets to pad his stats a little bit, the high percentage make.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And no return here. This is a touchback, and the ball's going to come out to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
New York to the line. 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Warren. Gets up the edge to the 35. Reaches the 40. Along the sideline inside the 25. He will go! Touchdown, New York! The Jets take the lead on the first play of the drive.
You saw me chuckling. You know I love celebrating my run, but you know what I really love? I really love watching those linemen. And they just get to celebrate. They love an explosive play like that. Doesn't mean a long extended drive, just a whole bunch of celebration.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jets break that tie and now lead by 7. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Now it's Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here. That's complete inside the 35. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
They started to get through the lane before it closed. 3 yards there. From the secondary, Greg Delpit on the tackle. After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Escapes the pocket. And Mahomes is going to dodge a hit with that slide after he picks up enough for the first down. Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. From the gun, they go with Pollard. Give him 5 on that play as he gets him inside the red zone.
Really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast. But he was patient, he was explosive, he got a nice little gain on the ground.
Now a pass play. Here's Mahomes. Caught just shy of the goal line. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys can tie it up after hitting pay dirt in the 3rd. For the point after, here's Aubrey. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cowboys tie this game up. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to center away. And that one's going to skip across the goal line and into the end zone. So the football will come back out to the 20.
20-yard line.
Jets getting ready for this 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
This is Warren headed right. He cuts it towards the sideline. And he's going to be brought down in enemy territory now at the 46. How about a big hitter, 30, 40 yards there and a new set of downs. So the big play gets him just beyond midfield. It's 1st down.
At the 46-yard line.
Ready, ready, ready.
They're going play fake with Penix. Higgins downfield, and he has it. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. That one goes for 31 yards. And it's good for a New York 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Now Penix off the play action. Buying some time right. This one's to Rice out on the right side. And he nearly gets him another 1st down as they force him out just shy of the marker.
Okay, when you got a quarterback like this that is comfortable rolling to his right or to his left, it is so hard to defend. It's like an elite pitcher that commands both sides of the plate. Just really hard to stop them, contain them when they've got that versatility.
60 vices, 60 vices.
We're still tied through 3 here. Neither defense has given an inch in this one. It's a tie ball game through 3, and we're going to see which side separates in the 4th. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Let's go now.
Warren here from the gun. He stopped him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up. 3rd and just 2 to go.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Ready. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 70 back. Ready.
We go with a design keeper. And a big shot keeps him out of the end zone, but they're just a yard away now as that play brings him to 1st and goal.
What's that saying, Kate, about discretion? Discretion is the better part of valor. Well, decision-making for quarterbacks is so critical. And that time, excellent discretion. Protect yourself, get the 1st down, and live to play another day.
Could take the lead with a field goal, Brock, but thinking touchdown here as they get set up 1st and goal. Looking for it with Warren, and he's in for the touchdown. The Jets take a 4th quarter lead. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game?
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
That one splits the uprights. And the Jets break that tie and now lead by 7. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. To the line come the Cowboys. Good starting spot here. 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's Mahomes. Vacates quickly left side. He's got Bellinger. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8, 2nd down.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
They stop him just in time. He got... back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
Hey, as much as I love talking about these physical matchups, right now this is psychological. This adds some layers to this 3rd down call. Do you try your hand at another run and hope it fares better? Tougher to go back to it again when it just gets stuffed.
Pick up a 5 on that play. And that'll be good for Dallas. 1st down.
A gain of 5. 1st down, Cowboys.
The gift up on the draw. Didn't sell the draw enough, but he pays the price. He's headed the wrong direction, backs him up for 2nd down. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
This time it's a passing play. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Kraft has it. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
24-yard gain on the play.
They go play action. It's Mahomes. Finds him on the crossing route. And into the end zone he goes for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys now trail by just a point in the 4th. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. This return starts at the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The New York offense ready to get going here. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go. 70 Lions.
Trying the left side with Warren. Nearly starts the drive with a 1st down run. Stopped a yard short, gain of 9.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. Jets with a little more work to do to win it here. First and 10 now from the 46. Penix now to throw. It's a screen play to Warren. And he's tackled for no gain. The rookie from Texas there on the tackle. Second and 10. Need something positive here.
Brings up second and 10 at the 46-yard line.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles, must be 19. Warriors 70, 18, Rattler, 18, Rattler.
He'll look to throw it. Has him on the quick hitter. And they make the tackle at the 38. He gets 16 yards on that play. And that's good for a Jets first down. New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. Back to throw. Brought in by Gaston. And this is going to get him into the red zone. He's at the 18-yard line. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. Coming to the line for another first and 10.
That's another Jets first down. First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Setting up to pass. Chased out to his right. Can't connect on the throw to his running back. That's an incomplete pass. Takes him to second down.
That's just simply one of those situations, Kate, where I think you and I got to tip our cap to the defense. Really took away everybody. There was no outlet, and only an incompletion could be had.
From the 18-yard line, another try on second and 10.
19 tight, 19 tight. 60 Bobcats. Here we go, here we go. Ready, ready.
Here he is to throw. So a solid gain there, Brock, but still third down and short that they've got to figure out now as they pick up 9 on that previous play.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush your passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Here we go. Goal line formation coming out on 3rd and inches.
Left, go.
Short yardage run for White. And this drive is going to continue. He's taken down at the 2 on 3rd down. They've got themselves a 1st and goal. Now Dallas is going to call its second timeout. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal. They're all set up for the game winner. Let's see how they approach it, starting with this 1st and goal.
Tag. Cowboy 80.
This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up. The Jets take their first time out. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Backed up to the 4-yard line now. It's 2nd and goal.
Ready. Dragon 60. Come 19. Come 19.
Penix here from the gun. Escape reaching for the end zone, and he lost the football. And the defense is on it in the end zone. Talk about a play that could swing this ball game. That might be it right there.
Man, did those sidelines get loud. I think we all had to figure out what the heck was going on and who recovered the ball. But the minute they see the defense gets it, Kate, look at them. They save 6 points, and they get the ball back for their offense.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Connects on the crosser. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. They're going to call their final timeout here. Just 9 seconds to go.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, and sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Mahomes on 1st and 10. And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left.
Okay, this defense finally setting up, ripped up that script. They have seen him be way too productive. Time to start fighting him for every single throw.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. They've got a man in motion. On 2nd and 10 now, Mahomes hits him on the out route. And he's going to be at midfield now as he gets out of bounds.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
And with 2 seconds remaining in our contest, we're going to see what both teams decide to do with this final play. Everything now resting on this try from Brandon Aubrey. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. This one's not looking good, and it won't be. Short and too far left. Well, Brock, 4 quarters couldn't decide a winner, and now we're set up for an exciting conclusion to this contest. Overtime is coming up next. And there's still something being celebrated by the fans, isn't it, Brock? A coin toss might not decide the game anymore here in overtime. Both sides guaranteed a possession now, even if the first team scores a touchdown. And if we're tied after those 2 series, it is next score wins. It's a new look to NFL overtime. Let's see how this plays out as we get underway with some bonus football. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He's got a lane up past the 30. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10.
Let's go, Bruce. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Steady.
A give left side to Warren. Powering his way forward a bit. Give him about 6 there to begin this drive.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Let's go now.
On 2nd down, Warren gets it again. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
Throwing now on 1st down. Penix makes the grab in bounds left side. And they're going to be working from the red zone as he reaches the 16. How about 29 yards on 1st down? And that's good for a new set of downs. All right, so an important landmark crossed on that play. They're inside the red zone now, partner. Now, new overtime rules mean they can't win it with a touchdown, but more times than not, a touchdown does ensure they don't lose it on the next series either.
Yeah, and you do all this work, all this heavy lifting to get into the red zone.
And he will take it in. Touchdown, New York. The Jets claim a 6-point lead.
Let's see, Kate, I think in bowling, you get 3 strikes, that's a turkey. You know, in hockey or soccer, you score 3 goals, that's a hat trick. What we could call this, other than simply splendid?
That one right down the middle. And the Jets break that tie and now lead by 7. Well, in past years, this game would have been over on that score. But starting this year, their opponents get to respond as we are back underway. And he just sends this out and over the end zone. So no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Now it's his turn in overtime. Diving right side, got it! A pickup of 17. And that's good for a Dallas 1st down.
Okay, let's get those next-gen stats out here, Kate. See just how far he had to run between the snap of the football and when he finally got the throw. Did a beautiful job of settling down into zone coverage, even though it took him a whole...
Oh, no, they get him yet again! Grant Delpit in to pick it off. And the Jets get it back after making their 3rd first-half interception. So the win goes to the Jets. And it's going to be remembered quite a bit for the defensive effort right there at the end to steal away the last bits of hope from the opposing sideline with that interception, Brock, and officially end this game. So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Huard, I'm Kate Scott. It's a well-earned win for the Jets as we say so long from New York.